On to the intro. Alright, what's up everybody? Welcome to Commander of the Month October Finals. Glad to see you here. What's up Skull Crusher? Glad to see you on here. Doraman, glad to see you. JL, first to comment. We do have a very special co-host with us today. We do have ADS from the land down under, all the way from Australia, hanging out with us.
Hey guys, how is everyone? Chat is already popping. Absolutely.
Chat is popping. Love it, love it. How's the sound quality sound for y'all? Can y'all hear ADS? Can y'all hear me? Pretty good. Music too loud, too soft? How's all that sound? Yeah, good to see you too, Skull Crusher. Definitely appreciate you coming by. Sound is amazing.
Sound is amazing. Perfect.
Sweet, glad to hear it. Definitely glad to hear it. So we have got... There's my girl down there from the living room. Sound is great, so cool deal. So we've got some tribes to talk about here. We do have... Let me actually slide myself over here just a little bit, 'cause I don't like how it's cut off right there. There we go. So we do have the best tribe ever, Gunboat Energy, 50%. Love it, fully maxed out.
Some people would say they prefer Zuka damage, but
Yeah, I've heard that argument. Personally, I like Gunboat Energy, but I mean, the best tribe we ever had was when we had both of them. We had Gunboat Energy and Zuka damage.
oh, we're showing all of them, Dora. You don't get away with it that easy.
Where's that at?
We're doing the whole lot.
Oh, yeah, don't show my attacks. No, I'm not even show mine yet. I don't even want to show mine, so we'll see all of them. What's up, Savage? Welcome. Glad to see you here. My hit was a complete boom-tastrophe.
Nobody was looking for some more of those the other day.
Yeah, he was. I think he got a good amount. But yeah, so we got Gunboat Energy is the main one we're using here. I mean, you got Warrior Health. That actually helped me a lot in clearing maps, but other tribes are more for your pusher accounts, for your VP pushing. Grenader damage, I guess, is pretty good if you're going in.
Damage comes in handy.
It does for like Fang hits, or if you're opening Rogue or something like that. That's pretty useful.
Yeah.
Certain bases, Grenadiers come in handy. Definitely.
Alrighty.
So we will get into our first hit here, which is
You.
me myself. And it's not the best of hits. I'll just go ahead and admit it.
These things happen.
Thought I'd be able to get it, but, you know, I don't actually remember exactly what went wrong here, but we will see. So clear mines, got the rocket launchers at the core. We don't have all the rocket launchers on the right side of that core, which was nice.
No, you had machine guns there today.
Yeah, and the machine guns fire faster than rocket launchers.
Yeah.
I was a little worried about that. I can't remember if that was my downfall or not. You know, doing the old school typewriter landing.
Still works. It's just the Minnow landings is one of those landings you've just got to get right. If you get it right, it works great. If you get it wrong, you lose like a third of your girls.
Yeah. Which actually,
Yeah, just yeah.
Right there, that mortar.
Like that.
Not quite low enough there. I think that
No.
flare on the left was a little bit high.
Yeah, it can be the other. Can also be the further along you go, the more they're inclined to stay up. So you work out where you're going to flare them up, and you go like just past that point, and they try and get right down really low. Your smokes are pretty good up at the core, but
yeah, smokes ain't too bad. I gotta work on that typewriter landing. I've nailed this hit before. Thought I was golden.
we whacked a mine, but we didn't peak. That's amazing.
No peak, but those shocks are.
Good delay on there.
Those shocks are slightly late. I think.
Yeah, and that machine gun.
That one machine gun kind of tore me up a little bit.
Your top flare's not quite high enough because you just got to get up just a little bit higher. But overall, I mean, just a few little things. But no, that's how much was on that? We had
that was
nearly 800%. So that's about.
Yeah, let me pop that up.
8.
I've actually got that on my text thing.
You've probably
here.
still done about 900k.
That was 1.7 million. It was actually 1.75. I remember that calculation. It was like right in the middle. What's up, Sugar? Welcome to the live chat. Glad to see you here. Yes, Savage, go Will. No, I failed that. Mike, welcome to the live stream. Good to see you here.
So we have Breezy number 1.
Breezy number 1.
They only get better from here, guys. we didn't have a finals full of breezies this month. We had some really good hits this month.
We did have some really good hits. I just had to get mine out of the way there real fast. So up next we've got Moe going in on Maze. Task forces, he doesn't have any. But GBE 300, troop damage 142. And he is opening up Maze. This was actually a really cool hit. I did enjoy it a lot.
He took bullet in this one too.
Yeah, he does have bullet.
Which is really nice.
Cassell wouldn't say that.
No, but let's not talk about Cassell.
Right. And I do want to make a mention of how well these flare timings were on this hit, with not having any anchors and being able to flare and smoke flawlessly with like no anchors, nothing to. I mean, it has to be to the second on this hit to get those flares right.
But man, the other thing you see there is that shock on the 3 lasers. That shock is really hard. Like, if you're one tile off, that shock doesn't work. So he's hit that shock perfectly. And then he's hit it again.
Yeah, hits it twice right there to get all 3 lasers. Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's a harder shock than the Javanese shock, I think.
And then he's just, basically, again, his smoke timing there is just impeccable. The smoke's just hitting his Zooks just as the shocks are running out.
And he actually took a screenshot, I don't have it stored on here, but of that laser where the shock ran out, and it was right when Bullet walked out of that smoke. It was perfect.
Yeah, exactly. It's pinpoint. If he was like a second later, he was screwed.
Yes, because that laser would have fired and he wouldn't have Zukas left at this point. But yeah, solid hit.
It's pretty well. He's cleaned up that entire left. The opening there is like picture perfect. And then he just grabbed a few cells and bartered out the mines for the right side shields.
Yeah. I would say he took a few too many cells here.
I did the numbers on this actually, and the amount of cells he left, because he's taken about 12. The amount of cells he left, there is still enough cells there to do a brick rush on this layout, even with the shock launcher still there on the far side of the core. So you can allow an extra. Well, actually, you don't need the extra shock for there because of, it's mortars, not lasers, so you can just hit the machine gun and you shock the whole lot. But there's still enough there.
Yeah, there's
but
plenty
still,
of
we had
cells.
GBE tribe too, so
that's definitely a good point. And he did clear these mines on the right side. Not quite all of them, but a vast majority. I mean, you got a barrage and a couple of artillery, and you're pretty well set up for those right side shield generators. Yeah, about 12 cells right there. Yeah, definitely good. But yeah, take it easy, Savage. Happy birthday to your daughter. Definitely give her a shout out for me. Yeah, I know, I got a nice shirt on. I like it too. My girlfriend supports my Boom Beach habits, if anybody else didn't see it.
it's like the envy of just about everyone that plays Boom Beach.
Oh, it is. I posted it on Aaron's page, Task Force Recruitment Group, and I think I've got like 90 some comments on it. Everybody's just eating it up. It's great. I love it. So up next we do have, let's see, getting it going. We've got Norm Life going in on Cooker. He plays in, I'm not going to even try and pronounce that, honestly. I should have gotten Casil to pronounce that for me. He's got Thor account going in with 168 gunboat energy and 270 GBE, going in with 5.5 account. Going for that Cooker ring. Actually a very tough hit to get down right. Probably, well, definitely the toughest hit on Cooker. You still there, ADS?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay,
just
cool.
Working out how much stream delay there is so I can synchronize my playback with yours.
Gotcha.
One thing I did notice on this, and I didn't actually notice this when we went through and reviewed the hits, he's launched all 8 boats for Hookering.
Well, that's a good point, because you typically go 6 or 7.
You typically go 7.
Yeah. Because the lasers will pick off when they peak, because they spread on that right side.
It's got more to do with the final smokes. Is if you have 8, they can often peek out of the smoke, whereas 7 usually will stay in the smoke a little bit more reliably, just because there's not a lot of empty space in the smoke itself. But yeah, it's something I just noticed. I went, oh, he's actually landed 8 boats.
And he actually didn't even worry about that shock blaster there.
No, for that bit it wouldn't have made too much of a difference. But it's the shock blaster is more of an annoyance than a major issue. True. If it was down where those cannons were, though, where the cannons are on the left there, if the shock blaster was down there, that it then becomes much more of a problem because it starts picking off girls really early.
Yeah, very true. I did like where he parked there, because, you know, typically you're going to go up top to the top right corner of those shield gens, and he did it a little bit differently. To be
doesn't
able
really
to
matter so much where you park on that, to be honest. Where are you talking about? When he actually rushed the actual the last of the 3 rockets?
Yeah, the last 3 rockets where he flared in the middle. And so that
Yep.
way, because he had 8 boats, he wasn't going to spread into the laser beam range.
Yeah. Yeah, that laser has messed up many a open.
Oh, I'm sure. I've tried that ring a few times myself, not had much success. Most I've done is left 2 rocket launchers. I'm more of a rusher when it comes to cooker or clearing the generators.
I've cleared it a few times with bullet though. I've never actually fully cleared it with brick. I just can't get the shock timing right.
Brick is definitely to do it with brick, that is a masterpiece.
Most people who can do it with brick, they've done it a lot. I know one of the 2 guys in Ozdom who can do it. They've spent ages popping, just practicing that hit.
Oh, I'm sure.
Just because if you don't, it's not a hit you can just sort of, unless you're like a legend at Boom Beach, it's not a hit you can just sort of look at it and go, oh yeah, I'm just going to replicate that. There's a lot of little ins and outs to it. And there's a lot of timing involved in that hit, especially your re-smokes.
Yeah, re-smokes, reflares definitely got to be perfect.
They've pretty well got to be on point. And I mean, no different to like Mo's open on Maze. The smokes and the flares, they're pinpoint. They've got to be right. If they're not right, the hit fails. Ooh, Gunner's on chat.
Gunner Girl, what's up? Welcome to the live stream. Glad you can make it. Hey, oh, it's not that late. Yeah, okay.
We have to get Gunner to co-host one of these days.
I've been
Still
trying.
working on that.
I've been trying. She needs to. She started to send, some voice chats here and there, so people know her voice. So hopefully, one day we can get her on here. But definitely, so let's see who we got next. We got a good one next. So next we have Zombie Pigman, which actually just recently hit 50 top up hits. I gotta make him an avatar. Hadn't got around to that yet, but will do at some point. Maybe this evening, tomorrow morning. A huge shout out to him. He's actually one of the Commander of the Month voters as well. Of course, he couldn't vote in this one.
Yeah, we tend to try and stop people from voting in the rounds that they've actually hit him. Or keep any bias out of it.
Exactly. So he's going in on Maze. He's going in right after Mo, basically. Because Mo, of course, did this open here.
Yeah, so he's second hit.
See what he's got in store for us. Picking off a few sills here, but not many. Actually, not.
That's mainly just waiting for the Zooks to catch up.
Yeah, he's just gathering them. He only took that one sill there.
Yeah. As opposed to actually flare landing.
Yep, which just saves gunboat energy, so it makes sense. I'd do the same. Of course, I'm not much of a maze expert myself. I tried it once on Commander of the Month. It was in Boom Catastrophes. I think it won it.
I'm not bad at the actual maze rush. The shields, I'm average, but they're not one of my specialty hits. If we've got to get a couple of shields down, I can do it, but yeah, it's not like I can consistently knock over 4 left side shields.
Yeah, I don't know if I can do the left side. If they're only single
shot, I've got half a chance. If they're only single shot, I've got half a chance on the left side shields, but if they're 2 shots each, I've got no hope.
Yeah, I think these are all 2 shot, because we've got... Where's the building health statue? Oh, I'm blind.
Building health's just, yeah, it's sort of right in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, it's 2 shots. Easy.
No, this one isn't. No, it's only 500%, 600% sort of thing.
Yeah, 568.
Yeah.
And all 4 of them. Bam!
Yeah.
That's how it's done right there.
Full single shots.
And clearing
Quite
mines.
nice there. And then he's finishing off the mines for the right shields, and then just throw another barrage up top to try and clear some of the mines for the rush as well.
Yep.
So
she got.
I mean that's another solid hit. Like there, like again, flare timing. The flare timing on that, you just got to hit that timing. If you don't hit that timing, they start shooting at defenses.
Yeah.
That's another nice hit. Like I mean, you take that hit in a task force any day.
I'd take that hit all day long. That's 4 shield generators down, and you've got mines cleared. You got the right side wide open. You've got the core rush 50%. Well, really, it's like 70% open. I mean, that's a good hit all day long. I agree.
Yep.
And up next, we do have. Let's get to it. Groot. Angry Groot. Going in on Torrent task forces. He's AACC, which is some of the angry task forces. He abbreviated them, so I'm not sure exactly which one they are, but I do know one of them's Angry Crabs. I'm pretty sure.
All the other one's Angry Assassins, I can tell you that.
Oh, Angry Assassins, that's what it is, yep.
Yeah.
So you got Angry Assassins and Angry Crabs he's playing in. And this is actually like a super high health Torrent. I did pause it because I did want to kind of show this. Why is it not letting me? There,
it's like
there it goes.
1200% Torrent.
Yeah, 1207%. So super high health there on all these rocket launchers. So those rocket launchers, I don't have the exact calculation in front of me, but it was talked about. Do you remember the exact health on those rocket launchers, ADS?
No.
I don't either.
Short of that.
I think it was mentioned somewhere, but
I think a rocket launcher has about 14,000 normally. So it's going to be in the vicinity of 150, would be my guess, without actually working the numbers out.
But yeah, I agree with that. It's pretty close.
You got snow yesterday, Gunnar. Really?
Why? It's snowing already up there? Well, she is up in Michigan.
I guess it is sort of getting cold over there now.
It's actually, we got quite the cold snap today. It's about 40 degrees. I think it's about 45 degrees outside Fahrenheit. I don't know what that calculates in Celsius.
So he's flashed that rocket launcher, and then he's moved back in with Bullet, and Bullet's taunt effectively grabs the remaining 7 rockets, and he's just got to shock the one behind.
Yeah, beautiful flash kill.
There today.
Yeah, just the two boom cannons and the doom cannon, but that was I agree, a beautiful flash kill with a quick re-smoke, re-flare.
Yeah, you've got, again, that's one that you've got to get that right. If you don't get that right, it's game over pretty much.
Gotta be quick, that's for sure.
And then he pops that other rocket.
And I mean, that's all rocket launchers down right there.
Yeah. So pretty much the only thing he's really got to do now, I think he's just trying to grab a bit of GBE.
Yeah, flaring out to grab some
the
kills.
problem is... Oh no, he's got another Botazorks coming up. That's the other thing. So he only took 7 to start with, just to try and keep them all under that smoke for the flash kill. And then he'll drop that 8th boat, and he'll try and probably clear out. Though with that, because they're boom cannons, they're not doom cannons, so they've got a little bit less range.
He's got the critters down.
Yeah, it's just so that doom cannon doesn't decide to take out a chunk of girls.
He's got it taunted, so hopefully not, as long as taunt lasts. But no, it just took out, looks like, a few girls.
The problem now for Groot is that because the hit's been going so long, he's had a lot of single shot casualties.
Yeah,
We
with
didn't
all
actually
those
get the-
snipers.
Yeah, the snipers, even the boom cannons. When you start being on the ground for any more than about a minute or two, even boom cannons they just tick away.
They
just one or
devastate.
two.
And that doom
And
cannon
it's
just did not want to go down.
No, again, just like you can see there, even with the shield, it's slowly going down. It just doesn't have the numbers to really drop it. So
I think it's only got 1, 2, 3, about 6 girls left now.
a little bit unfortunate there. If you had had some more numbers and got that, and then time comes into it too, because we're pretty much run out of time.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. Yeah, if he had
And
the
to be honest,
numbers,
if he had the numbers, when he went to those cannons, he would have been home scot-free. But the problem you have especially on a high health torrent, is trying to do that hit. It's very much a case of time. You've got to be pretty well right on the money with time. If you're not, you just the single shots, they'll just nip away at you a bit more than normal. But overall, it's still a nice hit. The next hit, if someone was to go on that next doom cannon, that makes it a little bit tricky, but you could do a 1.
it's doable.
3.
What's up, Wild
He's
Bill?
high health.
Welcome to the stream. I think you've been here for a minute. I've been waiting to give you a shout out. But actually, no, I got a little bit of history of Wild Bill. I played with in his task force a while back. He's got some good guys over there. Definitely want to give him a shout out. Appreciate you stopping by. And welcome, Cam. Glad to see you here. Yeah, I mean, doable on the next hit, because you got... It's still going to take a whole nother hit for that right side, so that kind of hurts the task force aspect, because, I mean, Torrent you typically want right side clear, left side gens, rush, maybe something in between to make it a little bit easier on the rush, but still a very solid hit.
They did have GBE tribe. They did have GBE tribe, so, and there was still a few
This
cells
is
left.
true.
So the next person could probably you'd have to do the numbers on it because it is a high health. But the next one could possibly look at doing something along the lines of picking up a few cells, dropping 2 boats. You might be able to get that shield down with just a critter and 2 boats, and then launch your 6 boats on the left-hand side and go up there with bullet, brick, depending on your numbers, and chuck like a 4 or 5 shot hit to try and knock off the left side shields. Possible, but again, you got to look at the numbers on that, something like that, just because the health is so high.
Gunner. I tried the right side. Oh my god, it's so hard. You'll get it one day, Gunner. You keep trying. Definitely.
Gunner, were you trying the clear or just the shields? The clear is harder than doing just the shields.
I've done personally just the shields. The clear I've never actually attempted because that just seems impossible to me. I've cleared, well, I take that back. I did clear one time, but it was only, I think, 2 rocket launchers, and then it had like a machine gun, and then the rest was, I think, cannons, or I can't really remember. It's been a while.
Yeah.
But it was like a super easy setup, and that was the only time I've ever cleared it.
The main reason you try and do the clear is because
She tried
those
to clear.
4 rocket launchers on the left, they're in range of the rush, and I think, pushing my memory now, the rocket launcher next to the back shield I think might be just in range too, depending on where you do the rush from. So that's the main reason for doing that clear. There used to be a long time ago another way to rush Torrent from 3 o'clock on the beach clock, but that hardly ever gets used because the 6 o'clock is so more effective on most layouts.
Right. I agree.
But anyway, still not a bad hit.
Not a bad hit at all. Actually, I really like that one. And honestly, if that Doom Cannon would have gone down and that shield generator would have gone down, I think it would have been a contender. But definitely.
very much so.
And I'm sorry to hear that, Wild Bill, that you're not with that task force anymore. I hope things are looking up and you're with 603 Boomers for a bit and bounce around about every month or so. But I hear you, man. Definitely. I enjoyed my little time there hanging out with you, but hope everything's all well and good in the Boom Beach world. We'll get into our next hit, which is actually your boy ADS.
Arch. We have Arch.
We got Arch.
Strategize.
Yep.
He wasn't very happy with this hit.
Yeah, I heard the, he said some comments on it, I think somewhere. I want to say it was in the green room, but I don't remember exactly where. It might have been in the events room. But I do remember him saying he was salty about this hit. He wanted more.
I don't think it's so much wanted more. I think when we watch it, we'll see.
Oh, good to hear, Wild Bill.
I think's a little bit interesting.
Oh, he's landing 6 boats going for these rocket launchers. Yep. Okay.
So the plan here is effectively to pop off the rocket launchers and then get the top right shield, top left shield.
Top left shield, okay.
Yeah, and that's why he's only taking 6.
Because you're gonna want 2 for that top shield.
Yeah. So he had a little tap issue there where he's got the we ended up with a double smoke.
Oh, yep. I'm seeing it now.
Yep. Yeah. And then we have another little issue.
Yep. Oh. That's devastating.
Yeah. The double smoke was supposed to be a flare, but then the gap.
That gap, yeah, that gap. You could have probably recovered from the double smoke, but that gap, and you can see him just pretty much give up right there, and he's contemplating. Oh no! And so he stopped and he's contemplating. Now we've got grenadiers.
Yeah. So they've dropped down that bottom corner. Because this being a 292, this is also a fairly high health strat, so
yeah, this is actually, this is
it's about 890.
Yeah,
so,
8 or 9, very high strat.
Yeah, so his plan here is probably to try and touch up the left-hand side defenses a bit.
Yeah, he's definitely not going to get those gens, but he's definitely going to help it out for 2 minutes.
There's been no plan to ever get the gens. It's basically just been a case of just try and soften it up a bit.
Yeah.
Because with those 3 rockets there, you can't really gren this entire site.
Oh, you're right.
So if that was in like a task force situation, what your plan would have been to get that top left shield, and then try and use the 2 grens, because we've got grenadier damage on this one as well. So that, as you can see, like they're doing some really decent damage.
Oh, you're right.
So the plan is then to try and clear out that front area a bit. So the next hit to get those shields, the reality is it probably has to be like a Zook rush.
Yeah, so kind of land over to the left, and so you're basically hoping to get the machine guns out of the way here on the left side.
Yeah, you're just trying to effectively just reduce shocks. That's literally all you're trying to do.
Papucho, welcome to the live stream. Sorry to interrupt you. I just saw Papucho got excited.
Because next hit gets up in there, and then after that, I mean, he's cleared the mines out to the core too, so he just got a bit unlucky with a bit of a tap issue with a double smoke, and which meant then he's suddenly very tight on GBE.
Yes, I agree. That's ADS on call, Papucho. I did want to give him a shout out. He's actually one of the founding members of Commander of the Month. Like, the main idea behind Commander of the Month that made this event happen. So huge shout out to you, ADS. Want everybody to know that.
It's quite a story behind Commander of the Month, actually.
There is, and we can actually take a minute. We're done with this hit. If you want to go ahead and tell that story, I'd love to hear it.
It was only intended to run for a couple of months originally. The thing we had is in Hopper Network, we didn't have a lot of events happening at the time. We had the odd live stream, but this is back when Turtle he was starting to wind down a bit, so he wasn't streaming as much as he used to. So we weren't getting a lot of the Hopper Network streams happening. So the plan was, it's like, well, we'd like to do an event or something. Skullcrusher, that's probably back when he's sort of just starting to come into things. I don't know, it's about a year and a half ago.
Right.
And so it was a case of, we have this events room with a heap of people in it and we're not doing any events. So it's like, well, we'd had a plan for a much larger event that we've been working on, but it was very much a case of, well, do we want to go ahead with this event, or we need something just to gauge interest in the events room? Like, are people still interested in events, or do we just have a room full of people that's dead? So Castle and I had a bit of a talk about it, because we were trying to think of something simple, and this is sort of the concept we sort of come up with. And the plan was, okay, we'll try it out, we'll run it for a couple of months. If we get some decent interest in the event, then we'll look at doing it like a larger event. And we just never ended up doing a larger event. We just kept doing Commander of the Month. And it's basically gone on ever since. So it's basically started as let's just see if we have interest, and 18 months later we're still going, and now we're live streaming finals. Yeah, it's grown.
It really took off, because it was actually Commander of the Month was starting. Just shortly after, I actually joined the admin team and got going on with all the things I do around. And I remember when Commander of the Month started, and it really has taken off. It's pretty cool to see.
The thing was, and the thing with events, and you can ask the guys that Quest for Boom Beach Supremacy, King of the Beach, any of those guys, the biggest problem you have doing events, like op-related events, is intel. And
it is intel.
It was very much something with Commander of the Month, where like, we don't want something that's going to be a massive drain on all the admin crew. And so we ran it for a few months, using some Hopper Network task forces. I think Castle and I did a lot of dumps to try and keep stuff up. There was others involved too. And we got to the stage where we were nearly ready to just about stop it, because it was just starting to use a lot of time dumping intel. And then we started to have people donating task forces.
And that's that's something I want to get into a little bit, is actually a huge shout out to the people that have donated task forces, because I do want to give them, I got them right here, I do want to give a shout out to those who have donated task forces for this month, which is Mosiur, Tom, SC555, Savage, and Savage again, for donating these task forces. And if anybody in this live chat has, I just missed that, but if anybody has any task forces to donate, we are definitely more than acceptable. We need 10-man task forces that can run Forlorn Hope. And if anybody has any, we're definitely looking for them. Say that again?
That's the thing about Commander of the Month. We got to the stage where I think Gunnar probably knows more of the numbers than me, because I sort of...
Gunnar definitely knows. She's actually in the chat right now.
She manages it far more than I do. I more or less now just do the videos. But it's literally at the point where I can't remember the last time we used the Hopper Network Task Force. Like, I remember at one stage, Gunnar was turning people away from donating task forces. Like, yeah, okay, we'll take it, but just hang on to a bit because we had like 2 months backlog.
Yeah, we had too much at one
task
point.
Forces. And it's just like to see the community come together. It's like, okay, so someone.
It was amazing.
Alternate accounts, they just make a task force and they just dump it in there, and every few months there's enough for an op. Well, that's all it needed, and people can have their task forces back. We have some people that want them back. They're their parking task force. We have other people that are just like, no, just once you finish, just close. And yeah, it's just the amount of people that have donated over time. Like, there's several people who've done more than one. And
Minotaur is a good one. Tom, I mean, I think Tom donates one a month or multiple a month. I mean, there's several that do definitely multiple, and definitely a huge shout out to them.
And to be honest, that's those guys, the guys that are donating task forces, they're the reason that Command of the Month is still going. Because if
the prime reason
crew had to dump all, if the admin crew had to dump all the intel, believe me, it probably wouldn't be going.
No, we'd have killed it long ago. The donated task forces are a huge contributing force to this. I agree.
Yeah, it's like the main goal.
So if anybody's got any task forces out there, like, message Gunner, you can message myself, or ADS, any of us, and we'll probably still forward it on to Gunner.
Oh yeah, we'll just forward on to Gunner. Carla just has, her administration skills are just amazing.
I still can't figure out her administration skills. Like, they are beyond human. Like, I mean, she's like Cassell when it comes to bots, like just a bot herself.
Just about. Just got all the information. If you need to know something, you ask Gunner, because she's just got everything there.
She's got a bot for it, I promise.
I would have to spend like 3 hours a day just to keep track of everything. Which is why I don't do it, because I don't have 3 hours a day.
Right. I mean, I probably get 3 hours total a day, but between Zuka Academy and then I got a 5-man I'm working on now, so it gets a little constructed.
Alright, we want to move on to the next one?
Yeah, let's move on. We've been chatting enough. Sorry, I get distracted. So up next we got Doraemon going in on Maze. So let's see what we got here. Yeah, sorry for the like random spill about task forces, but we definitely could use them. So huge shout out to everybody that gets involved in that. And like that, we will get on to Doraemon going in on Maze, going for these right shield generators. Looks like.
He's got his 2-smoke landing basically perfect there. The second smoke placement is just right on point.
Yeah, that's perfect, because if you look at that shock blaster range, right there, it does turn, but that extra smoke covers it, and you're golden right there.
Just had a little peek on the laser. I don't know if I'm running ahead of you or behind you at the moment.
I think you're slightly ahead of me, maybe at 2 seconds, but all good. Yeah, slight peek on the laser, but it looks like it just peeked off like a couple people, and now we're parked up at the gens. Flare in the middle one. And we got good shocks going out.
Just missed the shock launcher, but he's still got the 2nd gen. I don't know what happened with the 3rd gen though.
I want to know what the retreat was about, honestly. I was talking to him earlier and wondering if he
bumped the button a couple of times,
needed it or not, or just what exactly happened.
But yeah, like if the retreat wasn't there, he would have knocked over those 3 shields. Like, no worries.
But I mean, there was plenty of Zukas left. That 3rd gen would have gone down. So I'm wondering.
I thought he might have bumped the button a couple of times inadvertently, because depending on how you play, I've done that before a couple of times. where you go to scroll up, but instead you inadvertently tap the button.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were trying to check the range of these top rocket launchers and laser beams, and maybe double tap the button up
Wouldn't
there.
have thought so.
I wouldn't think so. I mean, it seems a little weird to me.
We'll probably never know.
We'll probably never know. So we'll move on. We got actually a solo for the next hit, so I'm kind of excited about that.
Oh yes, we have Tom.
Yeah.
SC555.
SC555 going in on Titan, 1.8 million. He's actually plays in Angry Eagles. I'm surprised. No, Tom's awesome. I love Tom. He's one of my favorite people actually out there. That dude's done more intel dumping than I think anybody in the world.
No doubt. The amount of dumps he's done is just insane.
I've seen him do like 260 intel in like, just a few hours. Dude's insane.
Yeah.
He don't play. Well, he does play, but he don't.
The amount of accounts he's got, it's just insane. The amount of intel he can dump.
He's definitely an OG out there.
It's one of the reasons he's donated a lot of task forces for Commander of the Month.
Oh yeah, he can fill a task force because he's actually one of the admins for King of the Beach and helps us out in there and keeping intel, and he also helps us out with running some of the rooms. And he's donated his 3 task forces and kept them full for the entire tournament 4.
Yeah.
And
so I think he's playing here. Normally, obviously, a standard Titan would go up the right side of the core, but this Titan is not standard.
No, yeah, this is a little different because you've got the gap back there, where you've got the room to sit.
But you don't have the rocket launchers either.
Yeah.
So there'll only be another, I think it's 8 rocket launchers, I want to say. I can't remember. I don't hit Titan very often.
It should be 9.
The 2 mortars on the left are usually shock.
Usually shock launchers, yep. And it's normally 9 because you got 3 rows of 3.
I think he's underestimated the ranges a little bit there, but he's basically just got up into that corner. Couple of shocks just to stop everyone dying, and
he's out of range of everything there.
He's out of range of everything now. He's just gonna sit in that corner, just free snipe it.
Yeah, he's got it.
I watched this the first time and I thought to myself, that's just great. Like, who needs to flare the core? Just clear all the junk out and sit there and free snipe it.
Yeah, brilliant. I love it.
He's just out of range of the. Actually, if you look at the shock launcher on the other side,
yeah, I think
out of range of that.
Yeah, I think I pinged it just a second ago. But yeah, it's just out of the range of the shock launcher, just out of range of the mortars too, just out of range of everything. Like, fabulous. Like the mortars picked off those 2-3 Zukas that were in range.
Yeah.
But
we have a bit of a saying in Ozdom that dead is dead. Doesn't matter if you get up there and you've lost half your girls. If it's dead, it's just dead.
I think that's a saying across the Boom Beach, really, because we have that same saying in Sons of Ares, is where, as long as it goes down, we don't care how sloppy it is.
Yeah.
It's down. That's what matters. That's the important thing. And for our last hit is actually, I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm just gonna play it. I'm not gonna spoil it. I ain't gonna talk about it. I got a lot of things to say, but I'm gonna wait.
Yeah. I think you and me both.
We've got
Cam going in a maze is what we've got.
Yes, we have. And he's bringing Bullet with him, and this is a 1.3 mil. Huge shout out to Arab Pro. I'm not sure the exact pronunciation.
Yeah, that's right. Arab Pro.
Yeah. But huge shout out to them. much great hitters in there. He is actually barding out, so he did have to bard out this shield generator, what was left from Dorman's hit. And so that was 2 artilleries, I believe, or 2 barrages, 3 artilleries.
Yeah, so there's a decent chunk on there still.
And he's still
But then
got
he's gotta
to
use that
clear
same
these
barrage.
mines. Yeah, clear those
Yeah.
mines. Still got mines to clear. Oh, that was an accidental smoke. Oh,
it's not an
smoky
accidental smoke, watch it.
critters. Oh my,
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
that is very much on purpose. Because what he's done there is he's cleared those mines because his GBE is his barrage is getting too expensive.
Yep, he just probably
It's cheaper
saved
to throw
about
smoke and critters.
Yeah, he probably just saved about 15 gunboat energy there, and did not lose delay. That is.
And that was the plan. Is he can't lose that delay.
That's a bad MF right there.
He loses that delay.
Oh, you lose delay on maze, outworks, any of these hard, like really hard rushes like this, you're done.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Even maze, like if you lose delay, it's not too bad. But the problem is you're never going to get anywhere near as much as if you kept it, because you've got to throw those shocks so much earlier.
Exactly.
But
You
then
really want that delay.
He's flared all the way back, and then flared back towards the core.
And that's because he doesn't really have anything to regroup with, so that was kind of a regrouping.
No, it's because he wants bullet in front.
Ah.
So he's done that, and then he's waited for bullet just to catch up just a little bit, just to leave a little bit of a gap.
Got the shot, got the reflare.
He knows how much. Yep. Shades of Cooker here. 1, 2, 3, 4 shocks.
See if that.
And he's just missed that rocket launcher on the shock.
That one rocket launcher. If he had gotten that one rocket launcher, that is a beautiful hit.
He would have dropped it. That
easily.
Hit is just. The hit was really good. It's just that one rocket launcher, and because the thing is with that hit, because of how he's used bullet, it's just I'd say he's just had a little mistap would be my guess, because you don't actually have to shock the laser. You just got to shock the 2 machine guns and the 2 rocket launchers, because when bullet pops out of the smoke, the lasers will lock onto him first,
and it's gonna fire right. Yeah,
and they'll go straight over the top. So as long as bullet gets targeted by those lasers, you don't need to worry about them. You just got to shock those rockets, and that was a really nice hit. I'm
agree.
Really sad that he didn't get that rocket launcher, because
I think if he got that rocket, if he got that rocket launcher, that's. I mean, you can't get better than that.
Yeah, we nearly had Maze in Commander of the Month, and that doesn't happen very often.
Actually, it's only happened once. And that was...
Yeah.
Was that September or August? I can't remember exactly, but in recent couple months, it's only happened once, and you get Maze in 4.
Hey, we got Zeppian in chat.
Oh, Zombie Pigman, what's up? Welcome. Glad to see you here. Somebody I've seen in the finals several times. Actually, he has his own.
A couple of times, I think.
Twice. I was about to say that. He's actually got 2 medals sitting out there. Yeah, huge shout out to Zombie Pigman. So that is all of our hits for Commander of the Month, but we will get in here and announce the winners.
This was a very hard month for voting. Very hard finals. There was a lot of discussion, a lot of debate, a lot of differing opinions, just because there's several hits. There's several hits in there. They're great hits. And I mean, like Zombie just said,
drum roll.
If Cam had got that shock, I reckon he would have won it. Like that is just. It's not a standard hit. It's thinking outside the box. the amount of planning that he's probably had to do to go into that, like PvE checking and things, like the smoky critters. Like, because like normally you don't do that for clearing mines, but he's got to because he doesn't have any. His artillery and barrage are getting too expensive. So the amount of thought and planning that went into that hit is phenomenal.
I completely agree.
I don't know.
Cause yeah, you've got. I mean, really, the 3 best hits that we have for this month are neck and neck, and yeah, it took a lot of discussion to get us to a winner, but we did make a clear winner, and we do have, of course, a runner-up and a third place.
Really, any of these hits really could have won it. Like, it's, I could put
any of them but mine.
Hits in, yeah. Well, any of our top 3, if you put those same hits into just about any other finals of Commander of the Month, they win.
Yeah, it was a tough vote. I mean, we had to break it down to the science of Boom Beach for sure.
Like, we've got guys like Blank and Ultron and them in there, like, dissecting hits down to the finest details. And even then, those guys still aren't agreeing on which one they think is best. So that sort of gives you an idea of when you've got some of the best hitters in a game and they're looking at hits and going, yeah, I think this one, and someone else going, I think it's this one. That's giving you an idea how close this was. Like, this was not a clear cut 1, 2, 3. This was very much a case of, yes, we have the 3 best hits. They're easy to find, but what order do you put those in? And that was a real killer for us this week. But anyway, you probably need to move on to actually doing the announcement since you've got all that stuff.
I got time, no worries. But yeah, we'll get on to it. And yeah, huge shout out to Zombie Pigman. I think he says he's been in here in the finals 10 times. Honestly, I believe it. I've seen him in there more than I can count, so I believe 10 times is probably about right.
I've just about got his information memorized, the amount of times I've had to type it into videos.
I know, right? Right there with you. Of course, you don't play for Global Eruption anymore, so he changes recently. But now we'll get into, okay, so first place, we do have...
We starting with first or third?
You want to go third to first or first to third? I normally do first to third. We can go backwards if you want, either way.
I don't mind, whatever. I just want to make sure we get them in the right order.
We can go third to first. Heck, let's go
third to first.
Let's go third to first. Alright, so, hold on. Yeah, okay, got it. I already got it pulled up. Okay, so third place is actually the one and only guy we were just talking about. Zombie Pigman going in on Maze. We'll get into watching that. So that actually works out. So going in, I do like that shock placement. Perfect, slightly delayed. And covers from that shock blaster. The smoke. I meant smoke.
Smoke placement.
Smoke placement, not shock. Yeah, you're right. I'll kind of put it in ×2 here for the getting set up here. I do love this hit, and this hit is actually, yeah, it's won Commander of the Month before.
Quite likely. Like any of our top 3 this month, like I said, you can put them into just about any other Commander of the Month finals, aside from probably about 3 of them, and they win it. And we
easily.
We just had a finals where we just had like so many good hits.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 shocks. Flare, 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 flare. You can't beat that. Oh, I mean, you can, but That's
There's
an amazing
not
hit.
many people that can do it better.
He's also clearing mines. He's got
Yeah,
mines clear on the right
GBE
side.
come into it.
Yes, that GBE tribe. Clear mines on the right side. Clear mines for the core rush. That is solid hit. And any way you look at it, definitely a huge shout out to Zombie Pigman.
Number 3 for October.
Heck yeah. And number 2. Alright, I know what it is we got Moe. Which I ain't gonna try and pronounce how his name is, so we're just gonna call him Moe. Moe on Boomtown. Doing the opening hit for
Who's
Maze.
attacking Maze?
Right? No, Moe's is a great hitter. And I did really enjoy this hit because, like we talked earlier, these flare points and these smokes are on point. Critters. And just the quick reflare. Just the way he gets
He's
bullet
popping
and
8
range.
boats under one smoke too.
Yeah, that's very
At those
talented.
rocket launches.
Very talented for sure. And then the re-flare up. And that was my favorite flare.
Yeah, just as soon as that rocket goes down, the flare lands. It's not as soon as the rocket goes down, he throws the flare. The flare is landing as soon as the rocket goes down.
Yeah, the flare's in the air before the Zookas are even shooting. He knows exactly how long it's going to take. And he knows to flare that farther rocket launcher right here to know that bullet will taunt.
That gets you in.
And then
that's actually more so the girls don't need to move.
Exactly. So that the girls don't need to move and bullet gets further out to make sure everything's taunted. And then that re-smoke right there is phenomenal. I mean, there was a screenshot, I think I said it earlier, of that laser beam's range. And that smoke. That bullet just barely made it in that smoke before that laser beam fired.
Yeah. The timing that Mo had on this was just really good.
It's impeccable.
Yes, Mr. Nobody, that is me. Sorry, I'm watching the hits too. I'm not actually watching it on YouTube because there's a massive delay between YouTube and Discord.
Mr. Nobody on the live stream. What's up, man? And y'all get ready for tomorrow, because I got 2 streams coming at you tomorrow, which is King of the Beach finals for Tournament 4, and I do have Boomtastrophes following. So looking forward to that. We're looking at about 2 p.m. for King of the Beach and about 7 p.m. for Boomtastrophes. That is Eastern Time. If anybody wants to know, definitely looking forward to that. Huge shout out to you, Mr. Nobody. He will be on there with me for Boomtastrophes. Heck yeah. Looking forward to tomorrow.
Now we need a drum roll. Has anyone got a drum roll? I don't have a drum roll.
We do need a drum roll. I need to get me like an audio thing for a drum roll because we're about to announce first place, but I do not have that right now. Definitely need to get me one. You like my shirt, Mr. Nobody? I like it too. It's a pretty good one. Your name is a little long, but I mean it works, I reckon. Yeah, it's still working in my chat. I mean, ain't no problems with it. I don't know. I might message with you later. Yeah. So number 1. Drum roll.
That'll loot.
Little fake drum roll there. So this is Thor, which is Norm Life, going in on the cooker ring. Number 1, congratulations, Norm Life. You are October's Commander of the Month. Huge shout out to you. All the way from Turkey, coming in and doing a beast hit on cooker. 2 smoke, 3 smoke drop landing here.
Like I said, I didn't realize during votes he actually took 8 votes for this.
All 8. And that double smoke right there at the parking, if you notice, they go down at the same time because he throws the first one first, second one right after, so that way they land at the same time. Say that again.
I said they nearly peak too. When you see it, they're just like so close to that edge.
Very close.
And then that smoke timing, that re-smoke's impeccable. But still, like even then, like the smoke that landed on those girls, that covered all of them. And you've got girls literally edge to edge on that smoke, so he's hit the spot like perfectly.
Yeah, you can't get much better timing. I mean, you got the shock blaster there picking them off, but like you said earlier, I mean, that's just a nuisance more than actually doing any major
where it is
damage.
there, it's more of a nuisance.
And the flare inside the cell, or inside the generators, with the 8 boats, you're not going to get those lasers firing at you as with some would park up top there.
See, he throws a shock on them too, whereas often what you do is, if you're going up there with like your 7 boats or whatever, and you flare right next to them, you don't actually have to shock them.
Yes.
But then you've got to be aware of that laser, and usually it's a case of just throwing a smoke down or something.
Yeah, throwing like an outside smoke outside the ring.
Yeah.
To cover those
just enough, just
5 or 6 girls at peak.
Yeah. Because otherwise you're pretty well screwed. That laser goes off, it's good night.
Especially where you park like that, your ladies are pretty in line. So that laser goes off.
Yeah.
You're losing 90%.
Pretty much.
You definitely don't want that laser to go off. So it was impeccable placement there to not allow that to happen. And then definitely looking at the bigger picture for the next hit. If you're gonna have Zookas or riflemen or Zookas, naders, you got that grappler there. That kind of makes things difficult. But for the next hit, that shock blaster has to go.
Pretty much.
To be able to clear that boom cannon wrap and get those shield generators. That grappler has to go as well. But of course, there's no way in this hit that grappler's gonna be able to be got. But definitely solid hit. And then barraging out those rocket launchers there. Because those will have to go for the core rush. Not necessarily, but would help out a lot.
They really need to go more for the next hit. The next hit will often take them out. So you don't have to worry about them while you grin out the shields. But
yeah, you take Sparky up, take out the rocket launchers, and then of course, Zuka. And
probably rifle Gren from there.
I've found that if you take Kavan with your second wind, maybe like 1 boat of riflemen, you can actually do a pretty good job.
Once you take Sparky.
Oh, that's right. You need Sparky.
Yeah.
That's only when
someone's got to kill those rocket launchers first.
Yeah, that's
those
a
rocket
good
launchers
point.
are the one you take Caven all day. Because you can, if the rocket launchers are gone, you can drop Caven and like literally 8 boats of Grens.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you do it under smoke, you can just like spam his second wind 2 or 3 times. And because you've got 8 boats of Grens, especially with Gren damage, it would just annihilate that whole front end.
Yeah, I love that with Kavan. Yeah. Pronounce his name again?
I say Caven.
Caven? I call him Kavan.
Yeah. It could be Caven. Like, there's lots of things that.
I'm not sure how exactly he's pronounced, but yeah, definitely. Oh, Tom, welcome, SC555. You missed your hit. A huge shout out to you. Great solo on Titan. But yeah, I'm not exactly sure. I mean, there's, I think, 7 different ways I've seen streamers pronounce it, so I just call him Kavan. Yeah. Kavan, Cavan, however you want to pronounce it. But yeah, I do agree. You got to take Sparky on this next hit to take out these rocket launchers, and then whatever's left, you could have Kavan, but you could probably get Sparky, 2 rocket launchers, boat riflemen, and some Zookas, and then maybe 4 boats, grenadiers. Potentially get a good. You
have Gren damage too, so you probably look at like a 2-6 rifle Gren split. And you just launch 1 boat of rifle, 6 Grens, and then. But again, it depends. You got that grappler there too, and that
grappler makes it messy. Yeah, that grappler definitely makes it messy.
Just because it will take so long to kill.
How much health is on that? Oh, it didn't say how much health, but let's see what's the health on this base. Of course, it's in before. Where are these? Oh, I'm blind.
Up near the core.
Yeah.
It's got 900% on it.
So that's a healthy grappler right there.
What level is it? It's a level 2 grappler.
That's a level 2, yeah. That's healthy. That's
We don't have grapplers in the thing at the moment. Oh, yes, we do.
Do we?
So 25,000. So that grappler's going to have 250k on it, plus a little bit.
I don't know if grenadiers are going to do that. I don't know, if you went 6 boats, we got grenadier damage, so depends how you landed.
No one hit it, so.
Yeah, no one hit it. It doesn't really matter. I was just kind of thinking for a solo aspect, because I just love the cool rush on Cooker. It's like one of my favorite hits. In all honesty, you actually do have these rocket launchers. No, those rocket launchers don't actually matter. Never mind. Just happen to see those rocket launchers up top, but they're actually not even in range of anything. You just got these flamethrowers that are kind of pesky.
I mean, the other thing you could do on that, because of where the lasers are sitting and they've been replaced with flamethrowers, is you look at doing a rifle Gren hit after you hack the rifle Zook hit, after you hack the rocket launchers, and you just clear out the boom cannon with the rifle Zooks, and then you actually just use the Zooks to clean out the shields. And you, depending on the ranges that I have to check them again, you probably just need a couple of shocks on lasers that you clear.
Actually, you're right. I'm looking at them now.
Because you wouldn't need to throw those shocks.
Because Zookas would park right at the corner of those flames to hit those shields. So 2 shocks actually. Well, how there's mortars.
What you do is you just let them you don't actually flare the Zooks into it. You just let them spread out in a line and let them just target the whole row.
Right.
If you flare them, it doesn't work. But yeah, it's normally then it's just the lasers that are just slightly in range, and that to try and get those shields next hit. To be honest, that's probably be the better bet, because with that grappler having 250k on it, that's going to be a tough ask for just about anything else.
Yeah, it'd have to go.
But the flip side, the other flip side of doing Zooks is that if you do Zooks, then you don't clear any of the mortars around the core either. So Russia has some more shocks.
This is true.
But it's all possible.
Well, everything's possible. It depends on who's hitting.
Pretty much. With someone like Cam or us, I'm surprised I haven't worked out how to solo Cooker yet.
Right?
Some of the hits I've seen those guys pull off is just insane.
I'm sure they've tried. No, I've seen, what they've done with Yeah, Boomtown, Cam and Moe have soloed Boomtown. I've seen Fang soloed. I've seen the things that come out of Arrow Pro is amazing.
There's some really good minds in there. Really good minds.
They're some of the best, that's for sure. Because I've seen actually Doorman come up. He sent me some sweet hits here lately. I've got a few videos to load up to the Allzook archive here shortly of Green Court and a couple other things that he sent me. Yeah, Gunner, huge shout out to those who have donated Task Force. I think I gave a shout out to him earlier, but I will give him another shout out. So we got Mojur, Anger Family for Life. He was the one that donated first heat Task Force. We got Tom SC555. He donated for the second heat. He actually gave his spot to Maddie 2280. And then we got third heat Savage, the OG Boomer, who donated his Task Force for the third heat. And he actually donated his Task Force for the finals as well. Huge shout out to all you that donate Task Forces. And I will reiterate, if anybody has a 10-man Task Force with more than 310 intel, we are happy to use it for Commander of the Month. And we will definitely give you a huge shout out. And we definitely appreciate it. So anybody that has that, we'll love you for it. Definitely. Tom, you definitely don't suck. I love you, Tom. You just so
Remember,
tight.
everyone who donates one gets a free spot too.
Yeah, great point. Whoever donates Task Force, free spot. You can take the spot yourself, or you can give it to a friend. Up to y'all. Yeah, Forlorn Hope. Commander of the Month does run Forlorn Hope.
I think it used to be Massive Attack when we started, but we just ended up... Forlorn Hope was just easy to remember.
Yeah, I think the first two were Massive Attack, if I remember right, because that was right when I first joined. But it was Massive Attack went down, like the whole op. I think the first couple times. Something like that. I can't remember exactly.
If you get a really good 10 crew, you can cop Massive Attacks.
Yeah, I want to say that happened. Like, we got something really good. I can't remember exactly. We've been doing Commander of the Month for over a year and a half now. It's been a minute. But like that, Forlorn Hope, y'all saw it here. We had Titan, we had Maze, we had a terrible Minotaur, we had
Cooker.
We had an awesome cooker, at least cooker open. We had many great bases here today, and I definitely appreciate y'all stopping by. And like that, we will get to the end of this stream. Huge shout out to everybody stopping by, and definitely come back again.
Thank you all for watching. We will see you next time.
Heck yeah!